Welcome back to Ranger Stadium. I'm Tony Brubaker along with Geoff Gandy. As we talk about the loss, a tough loss, 24-23, Geoff. As we'll find out from Coach in a little while, it was a game that just went back and forth, and we ended up a point short.
I think so. You know, it was a tale of two halves, really. You look at the football from the perspective of the whole game. But, you know, I look at it this way. No football game is going to be played perfect. And you got 11 guys on the field, and they all got to be, cohesive and working together. They did a lot of good things tonight. They showed a lot of guts coming back and making some big plays, especially on the special team. But when you look at its two breakdowns, it was the return on the kickoff, and it was the quarterback for Midland Lee running 60 yards for a touchdown. Two breakdowns will cost you the game, and those things can be corrected. The main thing is you came out of the game without any injuries, knowing what you need to work on, and you got a week next week to prepare for the next game. So there's a lot of pluses. You lick your wounds. You wish you would have won the game, but that's just the way it goes. And so you just kind of learn build from that.
All right, the Rangers do lose it 24-23. When we come back, we'll talk with head coach Larry Hill.
Chicken Express is the place for legendary chicken tenders, the freshest sides, and the best sweet tea in Texas, Chicken Sweet Tea. Let's give a big thank you to the Brown family for supporting all the high schools in the area for over a decade. Dine in, drive up, or drive through. We'll see you at Chicken Express.
And we're back at Ranger Stadium with the head coach of the Rangers, Larry Hill, and coach, a tough one. So many different parts of the game. Let's start with the offense, which was sluggish in the first half, seemed to really respond to different scenarios in the second half.
Well, I thought we got a little better. You know, our defense kept us in the football game in the first half, while we couldn't do much. And, we go in down 3-0, but kind of found some things that got us into a little bit of a flow in the second half. Still a bit erratic, but took advantage of some scoring opportunities and, gave ourselves a chance to win. But bottom line is you either do win or you don't, and we came up a point short.
Defensively, I thought there were so many good things that happened on the night. You were able to keep them out of the end zone on so many opportunities, but a kickoff return for a touchdown really became a problematic situation in that second half.
Yeah, I mean, that's probably the play of the game. I mean, there's plenty of plays, 4, 5, 6 of them. You say if this had gone differently, it may be a different outcome, but Midland Lee can probably say that too. But the kick return was a big deal, and it's pretty uncharacteristic of us. They ran a scheme that we had anticipated and had worked a bunch on, and, we didn't execute.
Defensively, several guys stood out. We thought your defensive line had some big opportunities tonight to make plays.
Well, I thought Trey Witcher inside, particularly, he and Jack's the oldest one, Will Gibbons, really controlled the inside good, and for the most, really a group that scored averaged over 42 points a game a year ago, top 50 several times. So, we bent but didn't break, and then at times we got outright stops. So I thought Trey and the others played very well.
Your receiving core is new to most people who've watched this team the last year. I thought they stepped up and made some plays, and I thought Levi was a good manager in the second half.
Well, we found some things to try to let him throw in a rhythm. He got a lot of pressure in the first half. It was very rare that he could throw on rhythm, and a lot of times it was just getting rid of the ball just to escape pressure. Second half, we went to a few more catch and release things to minimize the pass rush. Then we began to pass protect better, and while we were far from flawless, we obviously threw and caught the ball a little better in the second half.
Did you think the team made adjustments with you well during the game?
Well, I think so. We're pretty inexperienced, particularly in some key areas, and I think the best thing we did was just keep competing. And, let's give ourselves a chance to win. There several times the buzzards were circling pretty good, and we just kept fighting and gave ourselves a chance to win at the end of the game. We didn't get it done. We won't make any excuses for that, but real proud of our effort.
All right, thank you, Coach.
Okay, thanks for having me.
And we'll be right back with one of the players right after this.
Smoky Mo's is great. You can feed a whole bunch of people on a little bit of money. It's perfect for Friday nights.
My boy's a football player, and this fills him up. The brisket is awesome.
I like brisket and sweet brisket. I can't say it.
They have the best turkey, brisket, sausage in all of Comal County.
I agree, and the kids love it too.
You're never going to play offensive line for the Rangers eating salad. Come get some beef.
Get your guns up!
Go Rangers!
We've got spirit. Yeah, we do. Fill up your tank and support the Rangers, too. When you get gas, look for the Rangers Spirit Pump because Pit Stop and Fishers are donating a percentage of sales from that pump to the Smithson Valley Athletic Booster to support our student athletes. Get gas here and fill up the Booster Club's bank. Here's where you can find your Spirit Pumps. When you see it, pull up and fill up, Rangers.
We're back on the Ranger Network, and I'm here post-game with Trey Witcher, defensive tackle with Smithson Valley. And Trey, first of all, tough loss, but it looks like it was really a game of two halves. What did the coach say in the dressing room during the halftime?
Basically, we had to cancel all mistakes. We did have a lot of mistakes going into the half, but we can't dwell on that to affect the second half. We just got to get up, pick it up, let's get it going. Basically just said this is going to be a dogfight, and we just have to dig it out, and it's going to be a gut win. So,
yeah, they had some big linemen. I mean, they were some big boys out there. All right, what do you do to prepare yourself? You know, as a defensive lineman, you know, and you got your offensive line, they outweigh you. They're bigger, they're taller. What do you do to prepare yourself to play someone like that?
Honestly, it doesn't really matter what size they are. We attack every team the same way. It all starts in the weight room, bench press, power clean, squat. You know, get your hands like struck out. Basically, if they're way bigger than you, just get lower, more aggressive, use them with speed, beat them with speed. So.
Gotcha. Well, I'll tell you, one of your teammates, Trey Moore, is a sophomore, first varsity start. I thought he played well too. What kind of comments can you tell me about Trey and his play-making? And honestly, I look forward to other things coming from him as well in the coming season.
All I can tell you about Trey is he's a hard worker in the weight room, off the field, on the field, in the classroom. And the next 3 years on varsity for him, he's going to be making big plays, and he's going to become big. So.
Good deal. Hey, moving forward, okay, it's a loss. It's disappointing. You made some good things, you made some good plays, and you did some things you need to correct, obviously. What is the mindset moving forward, starting Monday, getting ready for Hendrickson, going to Pflugerville? They're a tough team too. What do you think is going to be the mindset, during practice moving forward next week?
Basically, we're gonna forget this loss. We're gonna move past it, and we're just gonna get self-motivated again because they're a quarterfinalist team. Great team. We beat them last year in the past few seconds, so they're going to be ready for us. So we're just going to have to keep preparing, attitude right, and just stay motivated.
Fantastic. Listen, I appreciate you coming up and spending a couple minutes with me. I thought you played a good game, did really well getting pressure up the field, making some tackles, making things happen. Stay healthy and look forward to seeing you later on in the season, okay? Thank you for coming in.
Since I've had GVTC installed in my office, I've been able to get a lot more done. With fiber speeds up to a gig a second, I can turn in all my schoolwork on time, keep up on social media, and watch game film with no interruptions.
Whoa, we haven't even played that game yet.
Yeah, it's that fast.
Enjoy uninterrupted entertainment with your favorite apps through our professionally installed GVTC Wi-Fi home network. Log on to gvtc.com to sign up today.
And we're back on the Rangers Network. Coach Hill quite upbeat after a loss, I thought. Trey Witcher represented himself well.
Well, they did. And, of course, you don't ever want to lose a football game, and especially the first one. But Tony, you and I know this is a long season, and you're trying to get yourself and your team prepared for district play in a few weeks. The telltale sign of this football team is how well they're going to improve from game one to the second week, and that comes next Thursday.
And we'll see you next Thursday on the Rangers Network as the Rangers travel up to Pflugerville to take on Hendrickson right here on the Rangers Network.